Hello, everybody, on another town hall hosted by GameSwift. Today, sadly, you won't be seeing our CEO, Pan Paragraf, due to some of his private stuff. I'm not going to argue about that. Everybody has a private life, but we have a town hall to host. So here I am, Rafał Majutek-Szczepanek, the co-host of this event. But today I have a really strong team to discuss some topics about not only the partnership, about the AI, about the campaign that just started an hour ago. So without further ado, let's hop to a call with our team. Hello, everybody.
Oh, nice to talk to you.
Is everybody here? Can everybody hear?
There's a little bit of echo.
Oh, it is. I don't know from who and why.
Maybe we just mute when we don't speak.
Yeah, that's the thing, but not sure from who. The echo is
I
coming.
think it's you need to mute as well, and then.
All right. That's a little bit weird, but let me check the settings first. Shouldn't be on my side. Hopefully it's on your side, but we shall continue. If this won't stop, then I will just be talking less. So let's start with our guests of today. We have Kat, aka Professore, and Tom. Okay, that was coming from Tom's perspective. Fixed it right away. You know these guys from the GameSwift farm. I'm sure that you do. But also today we have Maria and Peter coming from Fetch.ai and Fetch Foundation. Welcome, guys. And first of all, I would love to hear an introduction from you, hosting an town hall with you, such an amazing people. Straight after yesterday's Spaces, I hope that everybody heard about it. But if not, if you're new to the GameSwift Town Hall, and if you're new to the topic of our collaboration partnership with Fetch, then let's listen to our guest.
Okay, maybe I'll start. So my name is Maria Minarikova, and I'm from a company called Fetch.ai. We have been working on agents and building agent infrastructure together with blockchain and other AI frameworks for a while now, for about 6-7 years. So it's great to be here, and I'm really happy that now the agents and the infrastructure and all the technology is maturing, that it can be adapted by companies like GameSwift, companies like Bosch, and others. So we have to enable that growth of that ecosystem together with one of our biggest partners and really long-term partners, Bosch, and Peter's representing, and we'll talk about that. We have set up the Fetch.ai Foundation, where we really try to bring the companies together to build this ecosystem, to grow it, and to complement each other, using these latest new technologies, focusing on agents, focusing on AI and decentralized topics, and really growing together as a ecosystem and building the value together. So I'll hand it over to Peter.
Right, thank you very much, Maria. Yeah, then I follow. As Maria already said, I am not from Fetch.ai. My name is Peter Busch. I'm the global product owner for all distributed ledger technologies, product services, and so on in mobility at Robert Bosch here in the greater area of Stuttgart, Germany, but as well looking at all the other regions in the world where we are at. With our 400,000 people worldwide working for us, we are really existing in nearly all the countries that you can think of, and with our products, we are looking really into a highly connected world of the future. And so I'm merely representing here the mobility space, but as the chairman of the Fetch.ai Foundation, I look, of course, in all these sectors where we could use agent technologies, distributed ledger technologies, and agent AI technologies in the future, definitely. And I'm absolutely looking forward, as I said yesterday already in the spaces, what we can do with the new gamification, game engine, and technologies, and combining that with AI technologies in the Fetch AI sense, but as well in the industrial sense. And this is making it so interesting, since I was always my whole life as a computer scientist a huge fan of gamification effects, using in serious games, using in industrial, but as well using in entertainment areas where you can look at in the industrial use cases as well, but to that later.
I do believe there is a lot of common ground between what you are doing and what GameSwift is trying to accomplish. So I would love to hear from you guys, Tom and Lucas, what does the partnership actually do? What are the benefits for both companies? What is exactly the common ground that we are just starting to work on?
Yeah, so maybe I will go. Just confirm that you can hear me, because I have some problems with my...
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, so great. Before we started to cooperate with Fetch, we did some research about how we can and with who integrate as a GameSwift in terms of AI, because we already had a lot of community members with mostly the gamers. They have a great hardware, the great computer, and we also was trying to figure it out how we can use it when the players are not use it for the games, so when the computers are in the idle state. I spent some time researching about potential available partners in terms of AI. I also find out that one of our partners are already cooperating with Fetch AI, and this cooperation is very promising. So I decided to, from my technology perspective, spend some time with documentation and try to implement some POCs, some features that could take for us some information and bring us some picture about what is possible and what is not possible. It was very promising. For me, very good was that, to be honest, from the first time when I developed something based on documentation, it started to working already. So any additional bug fixing wasn't needed at this time. So we met with Maria on Meet and trying to talk about how we can cooperate. So maybe for this now it's all, and I think that we'll go more broadly later on this call.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm just glad to hear that for now everything is starting to align well for both sides of the parties. Lucas, do you want to add anything?
Yeah. I would like to add that I'm very happy to be here with you guys, because people representing such companies like Fetch AI and Bosch. This is a great honor, to host you guys here on a town hall. And I'm very optimistic, like, to see that we here are. I would say at GameSwift we are mainly like bridging this AI with gaming world, but at the same time we have here a representative of Bosch company. So these guys are probably all of our community members already know a big company, Bosch, Siemens. They are already providing us with hardware assets, which actually also work to some extent in a virtual world. So here at GameSwift, we are mainly working, I would say, in a virtual world, but Bosch, such companies, it's mainly like bridging this virtual world and AI with hardware, real world assets, such as home appliances, for example. So this is a very promising to see such big companies being interested not only in AI but also blockchain technology. I believe like that we here in the blockchain space are at a sort of playground, which we are testing different solutions, which will be later on implemented in more broader way in the mainstream. So we see all of this, kind of gamifications, all of these solutions which enable to provide some incentives for the users, which are very, I would say, community and bottom up oriented initiatives. This is something that we are testing here in the blockchain, and I believe that the best solutions which we will find out here will be implemented also for millions or billions of people by such companies, or for us, for example, Bosch.
That is also really, really great to hear. Thank you very much, Lucas. It indeed seems promising for both of the sides of this partnership to work together in the space. We have some different experience, for example, in the Web3 and gaming space. And of course, Fetch and Bosch have different skill sets, different people, probably different approach to many things, but we are meeting at the same point and trying to push the same initiatives forward. We heard a little bit of the benefits for GameSwift, but could you point out the biggest benefit for Fetch, for Bosch, for all of the foundation when it comes to entering the Web3 world? What is the biggest challenge, the biggest advantage, or the biggest benefit waiting for you in this site?
I'll let Peter talk. You explained it so well yesterday, how you see, these things working together, enlarging the ecosystem, and also from your perspective. You can go ahead.
Just wanted to let you go first. Okay, however, no problem with that. I think I can see almost no disadvantages at the moment, because it's a completely new, exciting field that we do have to discover and evaluate on. And as a huge industrial group here at Bosch, we are focused normally on really the classic, conventional, conservative business and product strategies that we normally have. However, we see the world is fast changing, and that's why there are persons like me who have a complete department under themselves, looking into these new decentralized technologies, for example, where we need to go new ways, new paths, to gather data, maybe to use new algorithms, new mechanics in the world of traveling, in the world of moving, in the world of driving, charging, and all this stuff which is coming up in the mobility world, but as well in the industrial world as well, when we look at all the other categories or sectors that you can think of. The main problems that we see these days is how to get data, how to have reliable data that we can trust. And so other things, what's happening around us is decentralized worlds. When you look into the area, in the sections of Google, Amazon, and the like, OpenAI and so on, these are all like centralistic companies or parties there who have all the power, of all the might, and of all the data which they own. And when we look in a more decentralized world, so this is the part of the DLT part, the decentralized thing, we see a huge chance of having a little bit more democratization effects here, a little bit more of how to get data which we can trust, and which we don't have always only to pay for, to see ads and all that stuff, and do not trust who's really behind that. So the decentralized effects here could come together with the need for new data when it comes to the AI models. And this is exactly one of the fields that we need to see and need to evaluate in the future and use. How to use AI models to make all the products, all the services, and all that we see out there in the industrial sectors better, to use that data, to monetize it, to come to a new business model, of course. And therefore, we need gamification effects as well. So game engines, what are out there, help us to make better UX, help us to motivate all the users to do that stuff with fun, to collect data when they drive their car. Maybe help that to feed new models and help others which then can use that data in a really fun way, apart from all the entertainment effects, of course, what gamification in the car would need. However, combine AI, decentralization, agent technologies, which Fetch has, of course, and let them do stuff for you with your own identity, for example, then you can definitely think about a huge number of interesting products, use cases, business models, and so on, which come up if you think about it. We touched the base yesterday a little bit in terms of the whole common grounds that we have in these different sectors and different industries, because you do developing software processes. We do develop a lot of new stuff. You need to test. That's what we do, because safety is one of the most important parts in our products and the roads and so on. And so we really need to test a lot. And why not do that with a lot of with millions of other users who collect the data, who try out the products in a gamification effect, in a gamification mode. And then we can use them and pay them maybe for their work. And this is done really in decentralized democratic networks, yeah, where you not only always have the intermediary in the background who always controls all that and gets the most out of it, but any user is in a decentralized place. And this is, of course, what motivates me personally, mostly to do that stuff in a more decentralized, fairer place, in a fairer marketplace and stuff like that. So just to keep that simple here, AI plus decentralization plus agent gives us a huge possibility for new use cases, for new ways how to get to data, for new ways how to build our products in the future and have fun while doing that. Just that.
Oh my, thank you very much, Peter. I'm glad that we are recording it and I will be able to rewind everything, because so much intel, so much information just came to me. I need to walk this through a little bit. But yeah, that was a great explanation of your point of view when it comes to entering the space. Maria, do you want to add?
I would like to add just from Fetch's perspective, we're just really happy to see a company that is able to pick up our documentation and really use it, whether with or without help, but their own product or their own services. So that's what GameSwift has done, and I'm just really happy that it's working. Obviously, there are still new features and more room for improvement, and that's what we're working on. But we just really like to get the feedback from you guys, from other people, from Bosch, but from other companies or developers that are trying to build with the Fetch tech stack, with the agents, as we would really like to see that coming together and really enlarging the ecosystem, because when you have agents, you are building your own agents, but then they can interact with other agents in the ecosystem, and that's what we're really trying to achieve. When we are looking at these new technologies to enable that, and so having GameSwift on board, using the tech, deploying it to improve your product and to really make it better for your users, that's a huge success. And I'm really glad that you're joining the foundation and working with the technologies, and we're hoping to learn from you as well, what you have done and how, and then also showcase that as a really interesting a new industrial use case for in the gaming industry. So I think that's great, and I hope that other gaming companies and other companies will be inspired by what you guys are doing, and we'll look into that. We'll try to use it and see how they can, come up with new uses of their products and combining it with the agent and other AI technologies as well, and get inspired and really advance their products and services as well.
Oh, wow. Once again, I feel like too many informations coming towards me. I might need to rewatch all of it. But yeah, hopefully you guys, Tom and Lucas, already know a little bit more than me on the topic of this merge, of this partnership. And you could explain to us, viewers, gamers mostly, because GameSwift, the game is in its name. What does it mean, the AI integration in Web3 gaming? What are we really looking into?
Yeah, so maybe I will take this first question. So In terms of also some added value, please remember that both GameSwift, Fetch, and of course Bosch has their own communities. And in terms of our partnership, these communities can mix each other and find out more about others' project and solution. So in terms of AI and gaming, we decided to allow host our community members, which already have GameSwift Launcher installed, to host on the local machines the agents, the agent which are using the infrastructure from Agentverse provided by Fetch. And doing this, everyone will be able, who would like to do this, will be able to host the AI model, for example, for prompting using text questions, or for prompting to generate images or videos, and so on. And this also will be available to the users from Fetch and from the GameSwift by Delta V. So Delta V is some kind of user interface, it's a web application available already for everybody from the Fetch domain. So mixing this solution, these communities, we allow us to use for everybody in permissionless manner the AI models which are already trained and which are hosted on gamers' machine. I also would like to tell you that we started the marketing campaign with some interesting tasks. And from my side, maybe some of you know that I, from time to time, tweeting and call it Dev Alpha League. So please remember that in the next following days, there will be available some additional task, special one from my side, which give you a chance to use our solution. So which give you a chance to use Delta V to interact with AI model hosted on gaming machines. So please remember to take part in this competition and follow us what we have to do for you in the future also.
And of course, we will showcase and highlight this ongoing campaign that has just started like 1 hour, 1.5 hours ago. We will do that at the end of the town hall. Right now, let's focus on these important topics. Since we are on the run, I have a question from me personally, and I do believe from many, many gamers that are around in our communities. What does it mean for the gamers? Because I know training AI models, advancing the AI technology and using it in development, in real business, but does it mean anything for gamers? Does it change anything for gamers?
Yes, I think like that's very important to say that we on our GameSwift launcher currently have over 160,000 users of the launcher, right? And these people like mainly use the launcher for the purpose of playing games. But with the new feature coming in, their computers will be used also for like the users will be able to use their computers also for other purposes, and this is like including what Tom has said about hosting the AI models on top of using their computers using the launcher. So this is something which is a new utility for the launcher, and this is something very innovative in the space because in the traditional world you have like Steam, Epic Games Launcher, but these companies like are not yet exploring these features as we do. And we all know that gamers have great computers usually, like they have some advanced graphic cards, some advanced CPUs, and these computers can be used also for other purposes. And this is very important for us to enable new creators of AI models, because probably majority of our community members already know like major AI models such as OpenAI, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok. These are like major ones, but there are also some smaller ones. And in the decentralized world, it's important also to support some smaller companies, so they will be able to also host their smaller models also on top of our launchers, and people who enable this with their computers. So this is great. And what is very important also is the customization of these models. So there are many purposes for which the models can be used. Probably majority of us are currently using them in a similar fashion that we use Google for searching some information, finding out, brainstorming. So this is what we currently use. But as the development and of these models progress, there will be more and more specific applications of which will be using these large language models. So with our solution, it'll be possible for people also to customize these models for their own purposes, right? And this is very important because let's think about these models as a sort of machine, some kind of huge backend. Like let's say ChatGPT is a huge machine which has all of these capacities trained. But for some specific purposes, let's say for example in gaming or in crypto world, you would like to develop your own AI powered bot which will be used in trading or in gaming. That will be possible also by customizing these major models. So thanks to this decentralized hosting which GameSwift is enabling together with Fetch.ai, we can do such stuff and enable our community to do that.
I do believe that now I can see it more clearly from the perspective of a gamer. Not only you're providing us games, many games, but I will be able to also use my computing power into further training of AI models, which further you will use, or many other companies will use, hopefully, to do a lot of good stuff, and not only in the gaming industry, but in many other industries. I am curious about one topic, especially one topic. Do you feel like there is an AI model that will overperform everybody? Is like OpenAI as a company already so far ahead that we cannot catch them? Is the text chat bots overperforming over everybody? Because we've seen some graphics and videos and animations made by AI. They are getting better and better, but are we close to the ceiling? Are we close of breaking the barrier of okay, AI won't progress much more since this very moment? What are your topics about the current advancement of AI models, and do you have one specific model in mind that will skyrocket in the future?
So from my perspective, I'm sure that we do not know everything about what is already achievable and what is already done by big companies. They have a lot to show us in the future, I believe, and currently they are testing solution that will amaze us in the next following month. I also do believe that it will make a great impact for community and for society in every aspect of their life. But I do not believe that this AI solution will take our jobs and so on, because Also, as a developer, I have a great experience. I'm working daily with AI models to try to solve some issues, to review code, and so on. And I do believe that the human part for now and for the nearest future will also be very, very valuable and will not vanish because AI will do everything for us. So this is my point of view.
All right. Do you guys want to share your point of view on the topic of AI and upcoming advancement, the already advanced stage of development?
If I may just add to that, what I think. So what we have done, we have actually looked at all the various different kinds of LLMs, and we offer them on the Delta V, so people can build their own agents and try to use the the various LLMs available, whether it's OpenAI, so ChatGPT 3.5, or there's Gemini Pro. We've tried the llamas as well, and we're actually building also our own LLM just to make it more stable and without the frequent changes that we are experiencing with ChatGPT, for example, which then have an impact on the progress and the stability of the platform and of the systems. And so we have tried them. We can see that they're coming closer together now, Gemini Pro, and so on. So it was really great to see the launch of OpenAI and ChatGPT last year. But as with everything, these things, the other companies, large companies, will probably catch up with them. I think what is interesting with GameSwift and this kind of application that we're trying to achieve is to give really the power and possibility to many other smaller users that have their own data and their own compute, and to really try to compete with these large companies. I think that is what we should be trying to achieve with these decentralized technologies, to enable that and bring bring the larger ecosystem together to help to build these other models that can then compete with the large companies. They are ahead at the moment, I think, but we should not think it's the end of the game. It's just the beginning, right? And that's what we're trying to develop, technologies that can support multiple, hundreds or millions of smaller users to come together to build better AI models. Build them better because they have the distributed on, or different data sets that are private and have not been shared with the larger, bigger companies, but they can then in turn develop better other AI models, so and hopefully compete with these large companies and established companies. So I think I think that it's not the end of the game, it's just the beginning, and we are building these technologies to support others to try to compete efficiently and effectively.
That's great to hear, because I do believe a lot of people were worried that, AI will take away our jobs. People who will master the AI technology and the usage of AI will have unfair advantage. And I do believe that people who are using AI right now have the advantage over the regular people that are still trying to Google something or, draw something from the scratch, while AI can do it definitely faster, maybe not better at the time, but we still see the advancement from 1 year ago when we first had contact with ChatGPT, and what, for example, ChatGPT can provide to us right now. Do any of you guys have any key takeovers for this discussion? You want to summarize it, or just touch the topic that I don't have in mind right now? Otherwise, I could go over the social campaign and the article that we have prepared to show everybody the other side of our partnership, the side where a lot of people could actually win, not only by entering early, but actually by entering the campaign itself.
Yeah, maybe I would like to highlight, you guys, that we at GameSwift are currently partnered with around 150 external gaming studios. We also have our internal gaming studios working on a couple of projects, usually like games. And what is very important here to highlight is that when I think about it, is like even in the overall statistics, it is like 87% of all gaming companies are already using AI. So obviously this is something which can kickstart and accelerate the development of the games. And this is very important to underline here, that basically, on the one hand, AI is very crucial for developing the games, making more, developing more assets in the games, and making the process smooth and fast. And this is like one of the issues which we currently have in the whole gaming industry, that it takes a lot of resources, a lot of work of programmers, developers, and graphic designers to basically develop games. So even in Web3 gaming, we've been waiting for some time for bigger titles to be released, because it takes a lot of time for games to be published. So this is the one side of this cake, that basically AI is crucial for gaming. But there is also another side of this cake, that basically gaming is crucial for accelerating the development, training of AI models. So probably you have heard about, Google DeepMind, for example, how it started. It started, with some AI-powered bot which played chess. Then it played, Go, and finally it was also able to train in a way which it was able to beat, the best grandmasters of both like chess and even Go. So it brings us to the conclusion that gaming is also a great playground for training these models. And this is also what I hear what I can hear from the AI industry, that games are perfect environment for training. So this is not only that, these large language models, they only need some text, some, for example, I don't know, Twitter or threads to train their models on, but also games are a perfect environment. So I imagine a world where our, for example, users, but also our other, gamers are not only playing games for the purpose of having some fun, which is of course nice, but also for the purpose of, for example, training, testing models. This will be also something which will be happening in the future, and doing it in a decentralized fashion is something which I'm very bullish on.
Right, so a couple of years ago, if somebody called you a bot in a video game, this basically meant that you are not so good at it. In the next couple of months, maybe years, calling yourself a bot, an AI, and a robot means that you have mastered the game and you spent countless hours training. That's the shift in the term of naming somebody an AI and robot. All right. Thank you very much, Lucas, for this summarizing of this discussion. Guys, I don't have any more questions because my head is just filled with new information coming from you, experts of the industry. So now, if you want to add anything at the last moment, feel free to do so. If not, then I will just take over and showcase the campaign to our viewers.
I just wanted to thank you guys for having me here, and I'm really looking forward to our collaboration and some other, some other future developments, the roadmap, and so on. So I just wanted to say that, and also apologies. Peter messaged me that he had some technical difficulties. He was dropped out from the stream. So apologies for that, but I do hope that we'll be now working collaboratively and having some more of these update sessions, and so. So yeah, so I'm sure we'll get back together again.
Thank you very much, Maria. And Tom and Lucas, I do believe we are free to go to leave the town hall. We do not have Pan Paragraf to throw a joke here and there, so maybe that's the best moment to say goodbye to everybody.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Maria,
Thank you.
and Peter as well. if you are still seeing it, but it was a great pleasure for us to host you guys here.
Thank you, guys.
See you next time.
See you.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Right now, I will take over the stage for myself for a little bit because I want to highlight something for you guys. Let me just open it. I have it somewhere here. All right. Because I wanted to highlight not only the article that we have written about the partnership that GameSwift becomes first Web3 gaming project to join the Fetch.ai Foundation, and you can read everything about it. Why is it important? What does it mean for the community and stuff like that? And I highly recommend reading this. If you were late to the party, if you did not listen to what Maria, Peter, Lucas, and Tom were saying about not only the partnership itself, but actually about the AI, the advancement, the training, and a lot of stuff, I highly recommend reading this article. And hey, where you can find it? On our Mirror XYZ, you can find it, you can mint it, and I kind of suggest you do so, because if you want to take part in the social campaign that's been launched like 2 hours ago or so, you need to go through the list of quests. Fairly easy quests that will take like 5 minutes to complete. Most of them are social tasks, but there is a task to mint the article. There is a task to visit our hub, visit Fetch AI website, explore the agents verse, and as Tom mentioned, I will repeat it once again, there will be one additional task incoming regarding to the matter of the AI agents itself. But I won't say yet another thing. That's all from me as well. Thank you very much, everybody, for attending another town hall. Hopefully, we will be hosting them week after week after week forever. But I'm hoping that the next week, the next time, our CEO will be back there with some updates regarding a lot of stuff that is happening currently in the GameSwift. For now, once again, thank you very much, and see ya next week.